Azure Innovators Hub,
Yeah.
our free of public sessions. There will have Divya Dayakar. I think I pronounced it correctly. I'm sorry if I did it wrong. How are you? How are you, Divya?
Yeah,
How's
I'm
your
doing
day?
great. How are you?
Great. I have some issues with my camera, so I shut it down. Uh, you can put your session if you want to, and I will share it with our respected guests. Yeah,
Yeah, so I'm gonna put it up. Last time I did, it froze, so hopefully it's working better now.
yes, let's see. That's right. So remember everyone, today is day three of our public sessions event series. Everything is on YouTube on our channel. You can find the channel as well as the link for innovators. And yes, Divya has shared her screen with us. And enterprise readiness for agentic AI strategy beyond the hype. Yeah, that's a very interesting session. I remember it when I saw it first time, and it looked very interesting. So I will allow you, Divya, to take the stage and let us know about your session. And yeah, the stage is yours. Thank you so much for joining.
Yeah, thank you for having me here and welcome everyone. Hope everybody's doing great. I'm so excited to be here to talk about a strategic framework for enterprise readiness for agentic AI. It's a very timely topic at this point. So we'll look into what are the current challenges that organizations are facing, and then a four-pillar framework. And at the end, I'll leave you with some actionable uh, framework that you can take and go and use that in your day-to-day work. So jumping right in, um, where are we currently? What kind of challenges are enterprises facing, right? So well, what we look happening today is that a lot of enterprises have had AI pilots and proof of concepts that's been very successful, and those experiments have demonstrated value, and it has also generated great enthusiasm across all the business units. But when it comes to scaling and implementing those at a larger scale for an enterprise-wide deployment, there has been a lot of challenges that organizations are facing, right? It could be straight from the efforts being disconnected, or there's not enough governance being established, or there's even integration complexity with enterprise systems. Um, and at the speed at which the technology is moving, these are expected barriers, but there is a framework that we can employ, or at least we are mature at this stage to have that specific framework to overcome these barriers, right? So where we need to be with respect to agentic AI deployment for enterprises. First of all, security and reliability are non-negotiable, right? They have to be, these systems have to be secure to have for them to be deployed with confidence, and they should be in compliance with the regulatory needs. And secondly, the coordinated capabilities, meaning agentic AI or enterprise AI implementation is not confined to one team, it's an organization wide transformation. So the capabilities have to be coordinated across people, platform, and processes, and the overall governance need to be at a stage where we start seeing value from these investments. And finally, it has to be business aligned. So it's not technology for the sake of technology, but they actually create business impact and take the business towards its goals. Uh, and what we see across um, these paradigms is that it needs to be established as a coordinated capability and go beyond just the frame of technology. So, what does readiness at an enterprise-wide level mean, right? When it comes to agentic AI, readiness cannot be confined to a single department. It's not just the AI. or data strategy team or the data science team within an organization that needs to be ready for AI. It's a organizational transformation, right? It's a fundamental capability that requires alignment across the entire organization horizontally, meaning all departmental functions, as well as vertically, meaning leadership alignment, all the way down to operational teams, right? So this capability, this it encompasses governance frameworks that ensure compliance while enabling innovation, right? And then platform strategies or technology choices that support the scalable integration, and process transformation that facilitate this collaboration between different teams or even within the business process itself. So this readiness is a workforce wide readiness, organization wide readiness. It's a cultural adaptation. It's a mindset shift, rather than just a technology transformation. So let's explore this four pillar framework for enterprise readiness. When we earlier talked about how this would be an organizational transformation just beyond technology, these are the different four pillars that I believe would set this up for enterprise-wide AI readiness. Now let's actually take a shift and go in the reverse order of these pillars. So we're starting with the pillar four, which is workforce enablement. What it means is that these capabilities have to be developed at an organizational level for the employees to be able to upskill themselves, shift their thinking process, and also build trust with the AI solutions that have been built and adopt them accordingly, right? It also involves enablement for the workforce, meaning any AI solution built needs to be um, enabled for the employees by actually providing what it can do, what it cannot do, how to use these AI tools efficiently for the day-to-day work, and not just in a generic way, but specific to their role, their persona, right? We'll dive deeper into that in the upcoming slides. Then the third pillar is process optimization. So first people, then process. So here, the goal is to streamline operations by avoiding point solutions, because AI transformation is never a point solution, right? It either like it forces us to rethink our entire business process, be it our sales strategy, our go-to-market processes, our people management process, our financial close, whatever that could be. It forces us to rethink end to end and reimagine these processes with an AI based mindset and transform at a scale, right? So, process optimization is the next pillar. So moving to the second one is platform strategy. So this involves the technology stack and the architecture that would enable enterprises to make this transformation at scale, right? Choosing the right platforms, choosing the right technologies. And also included in this is AI data strategy, right? Is your data and content ready for this agentic AI transformation, right? Do you have a trustable, golden set of data that can be used to build these AI agentic workflows, right? So that comes into platform strategy. And overarching of all of this is the governance model, right? So this is the framework that brings method to the madness. It balances innovation velocity with compliance and ensures that there is project portfolio oversight so that we're not developing or building redundant or conflicting solutions. Technology alignment, that's the technology choices align with the platform strategy, and of course risk management, because the speed at which things are being developed, there is considerable amount of risk, and the governance model should define what these risks are and how to monitor and manage those risks, right? So let's dive deeper into each of these areas now. Starting with governance. So with governance, as we just talked about it, it's all about bringing method to the madness. So there are five different areas in which I define, this governance uh, uh, to be established. The first one is empower, which is teams want to build fast, teams want to innovate, try new tools, and use AI that has been rolled out internally, be it your internal ChatGPT form or your, any AI solution that's embedded into your business applications or whatnot, right? And teams want to extend that further and build meaningful use cases out of it, right? But the key here is to have the guardrails established so that teams can innovate with confidence and can innovate safely, right? So establishing that guardrail actually empowers teams to innovate faster rather than cost friction. The second one is align, which is um, extend the governance beyond compliance. So governance doesn't just mean compliance, but also alignment with AI initiatives across the organization, with business goals and ethical goals, right? So that makes all of the investment worth it, and see measurable outcomes for the investments made in AI initiatives. And the third one is accountability. As we discussed below before, um, AI transformation is an organization-wide transformation that involves multiple teams, stakeholders, etc. So there needs to be clear ownership defined across technology, uh, business functions, risk, and compliance domains. And the fourth one is prioritize. So what this means is that establish agile review process for clear prioritization of the use cases that are being built. Now, several use cases are maybe defined across multiple business functions, and these use cases have to be prioritized for within a certain framework to establish that they actually move the needle. And these are investments that are worth making and would drive the transformation journey towards its goals. So, prioritization of framework for maximum impact and success is essential. And then lastly, it's refine. Refine also means, in this context, refine means monitor and refine, right? So have the observability framework for evaluation and optimization. So all the AI deployments or use cases that have been implemented should have robust observability, capturing telemetry information, reporting success metrics, and that should enable future decisions to be data driven. All right. So moving on to our second pillar, which is platform, right? So what does it mean to have a good platform strategy for scalable integration, right? So there are four core principles here. The first one is it's the foundation for enterprise scale agentic AI deployment. So choose a platform that can scale or extend for enterprise scale deployment and not just for point solutions, right? Or not just specific to a business function. Of course, there could be some use cases where there are business specific tools, but when we talk about a platform at scale, look at something that becomes a foundation to build further upon, right? The next one is seamless integration with existing systems and data sources, which means that this platform needs to have a knowledge foundation that has connectors established for key data sources, and the knowledge is also curated to be reliable, safe, accurate, and access managed, right? So that, and on the other end of it, where the users access the solutions, also need to have a seamless integration, be it a conversational UI, which is a standalone, application, or it could be widgets for recommendations or chats that are integrated into your business systems, right? So two ends of that seamless integration. And then consistent tooling and governance across teams, which is again like avoid the proliferation of AI tools, and at the same time, whatever AI tools have been enabled or provided for different teams are being governed at an enterprise level, right? And finally, abstract complexity while maintaining flexibility, which means there's a core team, or function that builds the platform level capabilities, but also makes it easy to consume for other engineering teams to build solutions on top of it, right? So here we're looking at two main things, which is foundational components, in the platform, and which are discoverable. And then the second part is enablement, which empowers distributed engineering teams to build rather than one team building all AI use cases, right? So strong and secure foundation, distributed engineering. So looking at these essential platform components a little bit deeper, we talked about integration architecture, which is APIs, connectors to enterprise applications or data sources, and operational tools. The second is security infrastructure, which ensures that role-based access or source level permissions are established also within AI applications, right? And there are the right audit trails that maintain enterprise security standards. So this is a non-negotiable. The third one is observability and tooling. Establish monitoring and observability from day one to ensure that the systems are monitored and tracked for reliable and continuous improvement. All right. So moving on to a third pillar, which is process. So here we talk about cross-functional process optimization, because agentic AI projects are never done by one function. They're always cross-functional across the organization, right? So organizational silos are not going to serve the best, are not going to be the most efficient way of executing AI projects. So ensuring that there are workflows that facilitate collaboration from use case identification through development, deployment, and ongoing support. So this could mean having the necessary interlocks with business functions, technology teams, project management, legal and compliance, and whatnot, and have that framework clearly defined for the cross-functional teams to have full participation, clear visibility, and a blueprint that they can follow. And as a part of this, also have clear handoff points and shared success metrics throughout this process, which means that every team has a stake in the process and share the success. And also ensuring regular communication rituals like the ones we talked about, having steer co-meetings or having your interlocks, or even organization-wide communication about new tools or platforms or AI initiatives that reduce friction and they accelerate time to value. So as we saw in the last slide, it's a more clear picture of what these cross-functional alignment areas should be. Shared objectives, we talked about that. Teams should have a common metric that reflect both technical performance and business outcomes. Communication cadence, regular established communications where all parties and all stakeholders are informed and have visibility into the projects and initiatives that are going on. The third one is decision framework, clear decision framework for project prioritization, use case prioritization, risk assessment, and go no go decisions. And finally, learning mechanisms. Capture insights from these deployment and use that data to make data driven decisions for future phases. So that talks about the four different areas of cross functional alignment. Now, let's move on to workforce readiness and trust. So, this is one of the key parts of agentic AI enterprise readiness.
I'm
The,
sorry, Divya, we cannot see your screen, like it got lost.
um,
Can you
okay,
reshare, please?
give me 1 second.
Yes.
Do you know when you lost my screen? Do you know when you lost my screen? By any chance?
Not sure, it's about 2 or 3 minutes back. But you can take it from the point you left.
Okay. Okay, no worries.
Yeah,
Um, give me 1 second. Okay, can you see now?
we can see.
All good?
Yes, we can see your screen.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, we just covered the four different areas of cross-functional alignment. Moving on to workforce. For any organization, the foundation of any organization is its employees and workforce. So ensuring that the workforce or the employees are ready to adopt and use AI is key. So it just cannot be a technology or a solution that's built and put out there. It needs to go with uh, building trust, meaning that the employees understand how these systems work, how to use them safely, where AI can make mistakes, and what to look for when they use an AI solution, as opposed to a traditional um, traditional technology transformation that happens. So enabling employees with the right information, with the right level of trainings, and upskilling becomes key. So let's look at this in a little bit more detail, which is, when we look at upskilling, it involves training and enablement, having multiple areas where employees can come for knowledge, having the knowledge collateral, and the forums for employees to discuss and ask questions and upskill themselves in the field of AI. Then the second part is also developing new roles that focus on AI oversight and strategy, right? Be it a departmental role that focuses on AI initiatives within that department, or AI enablement for that particular user group, rather than being very generic. um, then the third is fostering a culture that embraces experimentation. So if at all we know anything, agentic AI, comes with a lot of experimentation, beta releases, having to collect feedback while we are still building the solutions, right? So at this stage, we need to build a culture that embraces this experimentation mentality while still maintaining accountability and having the knowledge of how to use and report feedback for these systems. So that builds trust, like bringing your employee group in the journey as early as possible and empowering them with the right set of tools and knowledge builds trust and ensures that these AI initiatives are adopted seamlessly in the organization. All right. So before scaling agentic AI across the enterprise, what kind of comprehensive readiness assessments can we make? Right. We talked about the four pillars. Now, what calls for like what defines readiness in those four areas? Right. So governance maturity is having clear policies, defined roles, accountability mechanisms, and monitoring and risk management for AI solutions. And when it comes to platform capabilities, readiness means that ensuring that you can support secure, scalable, and compliant agentic AI operations, be it your data readiness or your security posture, with strong integration across systems. Right. The third one is process effectiveness. Are your teams set up for the cross functional workflows that can enable efficient collaboration? And the fourth one is organizational readiness, meaning is the workforce ready to adopt AI? Are they empowered and enabled with the right tools and knowledge to use the AI tools and solutions being built? And a bonus slide here is, beyond the readiness, I think the organization should also think about or be ready to measure enterprise-wide value starting from day one. So this will show if the investments were made in these agentic AI initiatives are um, giving the right level of returns, right? Oftentimes, measuring outcomes is an afterthought. Like we often want to build the solutions, excited about what technology can do in the space, and put those solutions out. But measuring impact becomes an afterthought. But that should not be the case. This should be something that's framed from day one. So there are four different areas in which enterprise-wide value can be measured. First one being operational metrics. This tracks efficiency gains, cost reductions, error rate improvement, or throughput increases, meaning ticket resolution for a self-service support agent, or a customer success agent having case deflection, or the number of cases that can be solved in a certain period of time. So throughput increases from AI augmented processes, right? Uh, so these can be often tracked by monitoring the process and having the right kind of logging and measurements implemented within the systems. The second one is business outcomes. So this is where we connect the AI initiatives to uh, revenue growth or market expansion or actual business outcomes. So this would need more than just measuring AI usage or performance. Rather, it would need correlation between different business processes and outcomes to the AI initiatives. So this would be a broader scope of ROI measurement that involves both business teams and technology teams to come up with the right level of business outcomes and start building that correlation from day one, because some of these measures will show as the system is being used, not on day one. But data capture needs to happen from the early stages. Third is experience metrics. This could be your customer satisfaction scores, net promoter score, employee satisfaction score, engagement score, and whatnot. So these are experience metrics that show, uh, you know, success in terms of user sentiment. And the fourth one is innovation indicators. Is the organization able to move at the speed of the market, or is the organization able to adopt new technologies with as less friction as possible, right? So these would be the indicators showing how fast new capabilities can be built, what's the time to market for these initiatives, and overall the organizational learning or AI proficiency, how does that track over time? So some of these metrics are short term versus some long term strategic business outcomes. A combination of these provide the required evidence to sustain investment in this area. So finally, I want to leave you with a clear action plan um, to move from experimentation to enterprise scale agentic AI implementation, right? Starting with assessing readiness across the four pillars that we talked about, addressing foundational gaps before scaling. Of course, all gaps cannot be addressed and right before scaling, but making that logical decision of what are non-negotiable to be addressed, and where can we start moving forward with these gaps taken care of, right? And establish a governance that enables rather than constraints, that enables and empowers teams to move fast within the guardrails, that enables teams to collaborate and have shared goals and reach that business outcome goal that's required. And then the fourth one is uh, ensure that technology platforms with foundational capabilities are available and are strong, and that way more use cases can be built on top of it. And uh, at the end, or not the least, ensure your workforce comes alongside this journey by enabling your workforce with all the necessary tools and trainings and building trust at the same time. So there we have it. Thank you everyone for joining me here today, and I'm happy to take any questions. All right. Um, yep, if you don't have any questions, all good. Um, Thanks everyone again, and looking forward to have a conversation offline.
You're
Can
there. Yeah.
you hear me now? That's cool.
Hi, hi. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? Thank you for having your patience.
No problem. Thank you for coming and joining. Looks quite exciting your session and very interesting. Can you explain a little bit what you're going to
Yes.
say? Yeah.
Um, I am Indupriya Uppala. So my out of 17 years of my IT experience, I'm mainly working on the insurance platform domain. It's 12
Okay.
years. So my session is mostly about how the reimagining of insurance with microservices and accelerating the policy life cycle, and how this transformation will save a lot of effort. Performing wise as financially also. So that is about my session. Just
Great, great. Really, really interesting. Microservices is the future. So yeah, you can drop your screen, and I will share it if you want to. You can add the screen by sharing, and I will make it available. Great.
can you see my screen?
Yes, can see your screen.
Okay.
So, are you ready? Can I leave you to
Yeah.
present?
Yeah.
Great. Indu Pala, everyone. Coming up. Thank you, Indu.
Thank you. Hey everyone. Good morning everyone. I'm Indupriya Uppala from Infosys Mekamish, and today I'm thrilled to share how we are reimagining insurance through modern architecture powered by microservices and API first design. So, this session is about turning legacy challenges into innovation opportunities, and how the right architecture can transform agility, scalability, and customer experience across the insurance value chain. So, let's begin with where we started. Traditional insurers were built on decades old system, rigid monolithic architectures that made even small product launch take over 18 months, and claims could drag for weeks, and downtime meant frustrated customers, especially in insurance. But today's consumer expect instant quotes, real-time check claims, and competitors are evolving faster than ever. So this digital transformation isn't optional anymore. So it's a foundation for competitiveness and growth. And this is where microservices become the game changer. So let's see the power of microservices architecture. Microservices are complete rethink of how we build enterprise systems. Instead of one giant monolithic, we break capabilities into smaller independent services for policy admin, claims, underwriting, billing, and each communicating through APIs. The beauty is independence. Teams can deploy, scale, and fix one service without touching the rest or impacting any of the rest. So this approach allowed us to modernize incrementally at Infosys Mekamish, reducing risk while accelerating innovation across multiple client platforms. Let's dig a deeper thing on API first strategy, the digital backbone. APIs are the invisible highways of digital insurance. They connect microservices, third party systems, and customer touchpoints seamlessly. Throughout robust governance, authentication, encryption, APIs bring agility and security as well. And with an API first design, we can build new capabilities faster, empowering partners, developers, and customers into one ecosystem. At Mekamish, our secure API frameworks now process billions of transactions monthly with net zero downtime. Let's look at the measurable business impact with this API first innovation, API first technology. The results are powerful. We cut product launch timelines from 18 months to just 3. Our system uptime improved to 99.98%, delivering near perfect reliability. Claims processing dropped from 10 days to just 3. drastically improving customer satisfaction. And our API platforms now handle billions of secure transactions each month, all while reducing the reconciliation errors and operational costs. That's the tangible impact of microservices done right. Let's say how we are building this transformation through this roadmap. Transformation isn't just one time project, it's a journey. We follow a pragmatic roadmap. So, assess and prioritize, identify where the pain points are, and pilot and validate, test in a safe domain first, scale and expand, systematically decompose the monolith, then continuously optimize and innovate. This phased approach helps insurers balance ambition with risk and deliver and measurable value at each and every step. So, how do we see implementing the source secure API frameworks? Security and governance are non-negotiable in the current world. Our API frameworks integrate authentication, authorization, and rate limiting through centralized gateways. So we enable real-time visibility with monitoring, unlocks, version control for backward compatibility, automated testing to ensure every API meets performance and compliance benchmarks. It's how we protect customer trust while maintaining the speed. So that's our implementing framework. And how do we modernizing these core systems with minimal risk? So one of the biggest challenges client faces, how do you modernize without disrupting the business? Our answer is the strangler fit pattern. New functionality routes through microservices while the legacy system still runs in parallel. So, and on the data abstraction side, automated testing through CI CD pipelines, migrations, once seen as risky, can be now completed in months and not years. This disciplined approach allows us to modernize for clients like John Hancock TIA without downtime. And accelerating the underwriting operations. Underwriting has seen massive transformation these days. With APIs and microservices, we can pull real-time data from credit bureaus and medical records, and machine learning models assess risk instantly, turning weeks of manual evaluation into hours. So underwriters get unified views and decision support, freeing them to focus on complex cases while routine approvals happen automatically. This saves a lot of time for underwriters, which are generally very expensive hourly when you want to hire. And the transforming, how this transformed our claims process. For any insurance, the claims are the backbone. Claims is where customers truly experience your brand. We have automated the entire flow from instant claim notification via mobile app to automated validation of coverage, AI based damage assessment, and rapid payout through integrated payment gateways. Payment gateways are used across the system, each step powered by APIs and reducing turnaround from days to minutes or hours. So, how did we unlock the levels of new efficiency? Let's see, both on operational excellence and also the resource optimization. Microservices unlock this efficiency across operations, automated reconciliation removes manual errors. Self-service portals reduce call volume. So any agent can log in to the agent portal or any of such, and they can check their commissions, how their bill payment have processed or not, what is the wait on how long. These are all can be avoided through call centers, and they can be viewed through the web agent portals right now. Cloud scalability means no more over provisioning. Teams focus on innovation, not maintenance. And observability tools gives us deep insights for optimizations. In short, we have turned operations into engine of agility and cost efficiency. So this also have one more um, suite effect, which is like enhancing the customer experiences. So ultimately, everything we build comes down to the customer experience, right? So through omni channels of APIs and customers can move seamlessly from mobile to web to voice without any repeating information. They get real time codes, instant binding, and personalized recommendations powered by AI in milliseconds, not minutes. That's how we translate technology into trust. So, from this, let's see some key takeaways of this transformation journey. As we wrap up, here are essentials. Start with a strategy and a clear roadmap. Invest in strong foundations, especially security and observability. Adopt incremental modernization, not big bang. So, and continuously measure the impact and optimize. Transformation is not just tech, it's culture, discipline, and execution. So, building this through future, we have seen what's possible: accelerated launches, near perfect uptime, faster claims, and reduced costs. This isn't theory, these are like real outcomes delivered for global insurers. The question is no longer if to transform, but how quickly we can achieve it. With that right architecture, processes, and people, the future insurance is agile, intelligent, and customer centric. So, with that note, thank you all for going through this with me.
Thank you. Thank you, Indu. That was really insightful. And I think it's to the point. Insurance companies and especially the IT departments are into a big transformation, and your presentation was right in the to the point of this transformation. So thank you very much. I don't see any questions. I wish I wish you to have a good night, have a good rest, and maybe we can meet again in another event. Thank you.
Thank you so much for facilitating this. Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye.
So we got Indu with a quick but insightful presentation, and that is the end for day three Azure Innovators Hub. I'm sorry for the two absences we had. Um, I didn't get any information from the speakers that they won't join. Really sorry for that, but I think we can make it up for tomorrow with four more new sessions. Uh, Bye bye, everyone. Have a great night, a great morning, and a great afternoon from wherever we are connecting. Azure Innovators Hub.